오늘 비에 대한 생각을 해본 적이 있어. 그럼 어제는 어땠지? 여전히 비가 생각나. 당연한 말을. 그렇다면 내일도 그럴 거라 확신. 아니 그랬선 안 돼. 그런데 혈기놀이가 그럴 수 있는 존재였던가?
Hey everyone, I'm Airier, and today I'm hoping I'm not muted. Okay, I'm not muted. That would actually be real awkward if I was. Yep, I finally figured out how to make this go full screen the entire way. It's actually a cheat code that I had to use to do on Punishing Gray Raid when I tried to play it full screen here as well. Yeah, I have a different monitor setup. It just looks better on phone screen, so I do it this way. And also because I just like the wide format. Yeah. More importantly, finally figured it out. I'm proud about this, damn it. So a few things have happened since the last time we streamed. One, I would like to say I got more of the characters, but yeah, no, I still don't have them. Yeah, although I did make a bunch of pulls, and I got this Ting Ting gang leader, and he looks kind of absurd with the entire 30 hit coin. Yeah, this is an old one. I don't even have him up type 4 yet. What the hell, man? Also, he has bleed, but damage up on everything and that. And the coin repeats. Like, if it hits and it does good, it repeats. Like, what the hell, man? That's kind of absurd. Yeah, I think I'm actually at the point where I nearly have a bleed team set up. Yeah, I might actually have a full bleed team set up finally. I think I have no idea what I'm doing still. Wait, what? Yeah, so today we're going to be checking out more of the main story for Canto 4 of Limbus Company. I'm actually really excited about this. I meant to do it before, but surprise 3-hour naps kind of get in the way of that. So people are reminding me that vehicular accident is only an accident if it's not on purpose. Quoted just like a Charon enjoyer. Or is it Charon or Chiron? Charon? I've only ever read how they pronounce it. I don't actually know what they mean entirely. Huh. Also, I just realized we only see the districts where we've actually been in the story, so the rest are all left blank still. Huh. I never actually noticed that. Yeah. I, might have heard how awesome this version of Faust is and decided to run for it, and failed completely. It wouldn't be so bad, except I then split it between that and here, so, yeah. That happened. On the other hand, when they finally go live, I will be able to get them eventually. The problem right now is, where are we? These things, I didn't realize they would be locked until weekly updates, so I can't clear this yet. I'm at level 49. Today we'll probably get a little further even, and this part right here, the fact that I'm not allowed to just immediately grind everything, is just sitting here going like, I get it so it doesn't spoil anything, but seriously, man, it was such an absolute, you gotta be kidding me, moment, because I jumped in near the end of the last battle pass and could grind all of it out in 2 weeks. I mean, I'm gonna get a lot of characters, I'm hoping, but basically I'm distracting myself from the fact that I think we need to jump into what I've been told is peak. I don't really know yet because we're just starting up, and so far I've liked everything. Even the parts that people say were like, it's not that great, were really fun to me. Granted, I will fully admit The game writing I was dealing with prior to this was reading the dialogue in Star Rail. Yeah. So, it's a nice improvement. I mean, technically also the writing in Wuthering Waves finally is good, but you don't read that. So, and you read a lot of what they write in Star Rail because it's just not good. Moment was read. My screen is a bit messed up. Maybe. Nothing new there. My screen is always a bit messed up. Let's get started. Honestly, I'm actually really excited. I meant to do this yesterday, but I was so tired, I just couldn't, man. Also, that's probably the thing to let everyone know. The game today isn't how long are we going to stream, it's more how long am I going to stay awake? The answer is we will find out when I wake myself up this morning, or tomorrow morning, or whenever, and the stream's still going on. It's just going to be like an 8-hour sleeping stream. There's a black bar above my head. Oh. Yeah. One of the things I've noticed is it's actually the camera not focusing on the green screen correctly. So every time I let it sit for a while, it does automatically adjust. It has a lower state it likes to adjust on. The mount I have it on is heavily jury-rigged. Let's put it this way. It's not meant to be attached the way it is. Hanging upside down from a gimbal that's not actually screwed into where it should be. It works, but it shouldn't. Yeah, that's literally me just kind of saying, I mean, if it's dumb and it works, it ain't dumb type moment. Not that it should, just that it does. Yeah. But that's basically the green screen not working. It's also why I have everything behind me, like showing the screen where looking at itself. Theoretically, most OBS and other programs have a auto remove feature. I can't stand them, so I'm using a green screen instead. And every time you see me in my office, it's a picture of my office that I took from a different stream. Yeah, I actually took the green screen down. You were like, right, so he actually just revealed the green screen to show it was the exact same room he was already in, just from a slightly altered angle. There were so many people disappointed in chat when I revealed that. It was funny. I'm easily amused. Okay, so we're on 4.8 application. And Matt Herman, give me some luck. Honestly, man, I used up all my luck. Granted, I got first 10-pull manager Dawn, so I have no right to say shit. I mean, I don't mind, but you can't hear me anyway. I was too embarrassed to bring it up in front of the whole group, but actually, one of your employees was an old friend of mine. I wonder which one. Definitely Faust. Oh? Who is it? And he wouldn't give me a nod either. Perhaps he was embarrassed, like me. It was a struggle to hide how disheartened I was. Maybe it's just the music in the background, but I'm taking everything this guy says with a helping dose of this sounds like bullshit. But like super intentional bullshit. Like if he says anything about puppies, I'm just going to assume we're fighting some kind of deranged chimera of them later on. Maybe you weren't as close as you thought then. Wait, can you hear my voice? Wait, you can hear his voice? Mr. Dongrang? This individual is unable to communicate normally. That's why I'm speaking, Mr. Samjo. It's like I'm back to being a child, muttering my woes to a wind-up toy. Don't you think? Wait, did he actually understand Dante? The only people who can understand Dante so far are sinners, who are their own level of what the fuck is going on, literally chained to him somehow, and the abnormality that we fought. Like the distorted person. Oh. He looks really normal though, and he has his head on straight. Granted, the other abnormality distorted person was still reasonably sane. Granted, he willingly ate some of the sinner's food, and that's probably not a smart choice regardless. That all was a monologue? What are you to even... Oh, we can actually make those sounds.
제가 여러분께 의뢰를 부탁했던 것도
It was mostly because of him that I decided to send my request to you. I can
모르는
trust a familiar
사람보다는
person better than
아는
a
사람이 더
stranger.
믿음이 가는 거죠.
보이십니까?
Yeah, you know when the familiar
제가
person will
이래서
stab you.
한치도 방심할
See, this is
수가
why I can't let
없습니다.
my guard down for even a second. You're too
정의
easily
흔들리셔가지고.
influenced by human attachment. Yeah, between the two of them, this guy I think would gladly sell us out. This guy might do it for shits and giggles.
그러니까 단테
So let me ask you a
그 친구
favor.
사이는 알아서
Use your
잘
tactic
깔끔하고
consideration
센스
to
있게
pretend you know nothing
해주세요.
about the relationship between me and him, okay? I mean, it's almost like if you had said nothing, I also wouldn't know. Nah. You can't even told me. Oh, you haven't even told me who that friend is. I could only let a deep sigh and shake my head. The conversation that never got through ended as arbitrarily as it began. Why, though? People in chat are saying venting, but I get the distinct impression this guy's more on the ball than just randomly talking out to no one. Could be wrong, though. Could easily be wrong. Dante, this isn't a asking a favor. You're giving me a notice.
여긴 연구실 복도입니다.
And the music changed. Oh,
보통의
we actually get to see the inside.
여기까지밖에 못
I'm actually
들어오겠지만
really impressed by the background. Like, we saw the opening, now we get to see the actual hallways where everything's running around. Oh, they have light fixtures where they... I've actually seen these in various places. Where you have a lot of the wiring held up above. Sometimes they'll even put little conveyor belts in there, but this looks more like just a wiring chamber, so they don't have it suspended randomly in the air. Dude, that's actually really cool. We're at the laboratory aisle. Ordinary visitors will not be permitted to go any further. That's been invited by Mr. Dongrang. I will show you to the interior. I gotta get his voice right. And whoa, notice me, senpai? Never. And according to Acromatic Count, there are shenanigans going on. Don't worry about it. Shenanigans in a nest? Are you going to tell me now the corporations do some horrible shady shit? I mean, I don't see how that's possible. I mean, after all, W Corporation has these really fast trains with no downsides. What could possibly go wrong? And Doctor mentioned it's conduits. Yep, that's it. According to Acromatic Count, conduits because Project Moon is super meticulous with details. I believe it. Just really cool to see what looks like an actual Agri setup. Although I think they're going for more of a pharmacy aspect over here.
우와,
Whoa, I hoped I could work at a company as big as this.
일해보고 싶었는데 말이에요.
I mean, it is very well stocked. Are those blast shutters on the windows?
그럼 림버스 말고
Then maybe you could have
이런 데
applied to
입사
one.
지원해보지
Why didn't you
그랬어.
give it a shot? Revenge? Running away? Random crazy stalker girl hunting him? Yeah, that last one definitely.
농담이죠, 로자씨.
You're joking, right,
이런
Rodion?
곳은
Not
아무나
everyone can join
입사해요.
these companies. This
엘리트
kind of firm
중에서도
only accepts the
최정상
very
엘리트만
best
놀
of
수
the
있는 곳이란
elite.
말이에요.
And it looks like someone got their hands on you.
마치 파우스트 씨나
Like Faust, what are you
이상씨
saying, for
같이.
example? No. No, I think Faust would literally burn this place to the ground. Intentionally or unintentionally, I have no idea, but I think she would be very annoyed by how clean it is. I'm more or less assuming if we ever get to see her workshop, it will be either the most autistically clean thing ever, or literally the meme of, damn girl, you live like this? Yeah. Ishmael's remark gave me a good opportunity to bring up earlier questions, like why they joined the company they're in right now. I get a few of them are running away, and this is a chance to do that. But I'm not sure how they're getting that, though. Yeah, why did you choose the Limbus company out of all the options you had? There must have been a better place to shoot for.
저는
Because I am
파우스트니까요.
Faust. I'm wondering how close to her story they're cleaving. The entire deal with the devil, the deal with Mephistopheles that brings ruin to them, getting everything they want at the cost of making it worthless. I just don't know. There was a certain energy in her confidently clarifying tone that discouraged me from asking another question. I think if I get more context about Faust, I will understand it. It'll make a lot more sense, but I have a feeling her Canto is not one that's come up. What about you, Yi-sung? Let me take the trouble of asking in return, manager. Why did you join the company you worked for? I do not remember. I mean, that's because I had no other choice. I mean, as far as he remembers right now, yes. Unless this is referencing memories that he has that we're just not aware of yet. That should sufficiently answer your question. Not having another choice. So they were people who were desperate for some reason, but how does this company answer that? It looks like Ishmael wasn't exaggerating about the qualification it takes to join this firm. They have a freaking chicken bone. Oh my god, this is the people making the food. They're growing chicken, aren't they? The chicken, the wards. Oh god. The laboratory was dominated by a stillness that could only be achieved with everyone's total focus.
단테.
Dante!
냉장고에 간식들이 잔뜩 있어. 하나.
You see that? The fridge is full of snacks. We could take 1 or 10, and they wouldn't notice. I mean, assuming they're snacks. Also, according to Waytor, the Canto is in the order of their introduction, you believe? But that means we would have started with Faust, though, because she is the first person we were ever introduced to. So, maybe not entirely that order. And we would break that stillness with nonchalance. Sounds about right. Honestly, I'm surprised I haven't broken something out of the last 5 words.
넉넉하게 챙겨가세요.
Take as many as you like. Wait, what?
삼조 씨.
Mr. Samjo packed some snacks from the break room into small bundles to give to them later. Oh shit, he actually speaks Rhodian.
알겠습니다.
Understood.
대박이다, 이스.
That's awesome, Ishi. Maybe we should quit our job and join up here. Are they actually able to anymore?
다 들려요, 로자 씨.
Everyone can hear you, Rhodia.
로자 씨.
Rhodion, the work contract says it stops when you die.
농담.
Joking, Faust, joking, see?
Huh?
I'm actually a little disappointed. I would love to hear what their actual contract says, because that's probably in the spoilers territory. Oh, hi, hello. You meant the introduction of characters revealed before the game, not in the text itself? Oh. Okay, that would make it, because I came in so late. I never saw any of the pre-marketing stuff, because it's already well beyond that. And Shiak mentioned that we're on Honglu's Canto next, and Ryushu is next. Ooh. Which means I should probably read Hellgate, or whatever it's called for her book. Hell Window? Hellvent? Yeah, I'll figure it out eventually.
그럼
Let's move
이제
on to the
의뢰
request.
이젠 하다 외부인들까지 들여오고.
You're bringing Elstras into the building now?
경력까지 시켜주는
What are you, a
거
field
아닌가?
trip guide done rang? Why do I have a feeling she's going to get mutated into a monster horribly in a way that'll scar us for life? She has very Yuri energy.
잠깐 실례.
Pardon me for a moment.
이분은
This is sure.
출연료예요. 옆부서
Shrenny.
팀장이자 제 입사
She's the manager of the department next to mine, a colleague who joined the company at the same time as I did. Visiting me to hurl hurtful words takes up too much of her daily routine.
회사에선
Hellscreen,
미팅을
that's the one
하려
it
하는
is.
복지비가
There's no
이런
escape.
식으로 낭비되고 있는 것에 대해 누군가 한 명쯤은 말을 해야 하지 않나
I figured someone got to
싶거든.
point out the massive drain on our company's welfare budget that is your team. What do they work on? Also, they have a welfare budget? They're probably testing what happens when you make someone distort. If you're wondering about how we spend our welfare budget, that's actually part of the budget. You'll see when the Department of the Year trophy is awarded, right, Samjo?
삼조 씨?
Oh god, they have team meetings.
최우수 부서가 받는 혜택을 전부 이야기하자면 날밤을 새야 할 정도죠.
It would take a full day to list the benefits the department chosen as best receives. Oh, they actually get benefits to the entire department.
아,
Ugh,
똑같이
you're
재수없어.
snobs, the both of you. I can see him being a snob, but him? Nah, I think he's just an ass.
라이벌인가?
Is that a rival? It is supposed to excellence is followed by envy wherever it is.
시기하는 사람도 많.
시기는
Envy
발전의
fuels advancement,
원동력이니
as they say.
잘난 쪽이
So it's only
참아줘야죠.
right for us to show a little generosity
어제
for
그
those
파이 가게에서
following
하시기로
behind.
사온 거
We should give some of the
출연료
pies
부서에
we
돌릴까,
brought.
삼조 씨?
Pies? From the store to Shrene's department, Mr. Samjo. I just realized with how the various colors are coded in, green, envy, when you're fighting, green is the color for the envy option. Yeah, they have it color coded, don't they? Ugh. I'm not sure if it's always been like that, but it does seem like that now. Department of Food Resource Development. I just realized that. That explains the chicken. Are those... I'm not going to ask what those things down below him are. Oh, it's a guy in front of a bunch of coffins. The very bottom one is literally a guy with a plaque standing in front of a bunch of closed coffins. I don't think a single person there has a head. Oh, green is gluttony? Well, I've just been wrong about that the entire time, which also explains why I've not been able to pull off that chain correctly. Oops. Envy is purple? Ah.
안 그래도 그럴 생각이었습니다. 후추, 고추, 상추, 카레 맛으로요.
I was planning to do so. The pepper, chili, lettuce, and curry flavor one specifically. That actually sounds awesome. Gasp! That also sounds tasty. God.
그럼
No,
마저
then.
얘기를
Let's get
해보죠.
back to the main topic. I'm being told, yeah, green is gluttony in the chat. Envy is purple. Pretty sure yellow is sloth. What was lust then? Because I'm pretty sure that's what the last Canto was for 3. Also, yeah, I'm aware I've butchered those so badly. I'm never going to get that correct. We'll forget it in the next 5 minutes. Hey, Dr. Strait. Yeah, doctor? Lettuce pie? Honestly, lettuce with the right seasoning is really good. Just most people don't. And Mono Isbird, lust is orange? Yep, and that made sense because most of that was kind of orangey in the third act. And Cromer was... yeah.
소문은
I
들었어요.
heard the rumors. They were about a newly formed company collecting organic objects called golden bows. So they are organic. I
그리고
wasn't actually sure about that.
그 황금
And those
가져가는 건
bows are found
폐쇄된
exclusively inside
로봇
closed-down
커뮤니티
branch
부에서만
facilities of
발견됐고요.
Lobotomy Corp.
황금가지의 존재는
How
어떻게
did you learn
알게 된
about the
거지?
existence of golden bows?
얼마 되지는 않았어요.
It was a recent discovery.
전까지
We've been using a Lobotomy
연구실
Corp branch
근처의
near our
로보토미
research
지부
facility
시설을
as a lab
연구실로
until a
쓰고
few months
있었거든요.
ago. Oh.
그 끔찍한 곳에
You set up a lab in that
연구소를
horrible
차렸다고?
place? Free research.
하지만
I thought they were all buried
전부
underground.
매몰되었다고 했는데요.
뭐
Well, I guess they were rare resources and
각종
documents
희귀한 자원이나
they could use.
연구 대상에
Did the scope of your research include abnormalities? Why, certainly.
알아보시는군요.
No researcher could overlook such
연구원이라면
intriguing
그냥 지나칠
subjects.
수 없는 존재죠.
Is all their food from an abnormality that just made chicken? Yeah.
그렇다면 연구원이란
Researchers
건
must
저런
be all
미친놈.
soft in the head if that's what they're interested in. It's either that or an egghead. Just gotta crack the shell.
잠깐,
Hold on.
너 설마 그때
When you were mumbling
헛소리하면서
rubbish about
닭대가리한테
tossing a
돌
rock
던진
at
것도
one of them chicken heads, did you?
히스클리프 씨는
I will
가끔씩
say, Heathcliff's
예상치
unexpected
못한
fits of
통찰력을
insight surprise me
보여주실 때가
sometimes. Wait, did he just figure out now that it was intentional?
당신들이 우연을
He led us
가장하여
into dealing with the
뒤틀린
distortion in a
수평이 안에서
coincidental encounter
환상적인
that you could
연구를
gather
뒷받침해줄
data
수
for
있는
your research on
정보를
abnormalities.
얻기 위함이었군요.
아,
Mr. Samjo here
우리
is no
삼조
good
씨는
at acting.
연기가 영
I
능숙하신
suppose it's
것
due to
같아요.
his upright way
평생
of
월급만
life.
살아와서 그런가?
I'm not sure which is a scarier interpretation. That he's lying this easily and so obviously, or that by his estimation, Samjo comes off as upright. I'm not sure which one is more terrifying. I'm not going to think about it.
이해해 주세요.
Please understand, we had no means to clearly distinguish a distortion from an abnormality.
마음이
A
산산이
person distorts when the mind crumbles to figurative pieces, was
뒤틀린다고
it?
했었나요?
That was a stellar figure of
멋있는
speech. Do you
비유였어요.
restore his crumbled mind back to health
그렇다면
then?
당신들이 허물어진 마음을 원상복귀시켜 준 건가요?
무너진 마음을
There is no
대신
way to piece
쌓아올려주는
together someone
방법은
else's
없어요.
broken mind.
길을 가르쳐
We
드린
merely
거예요.
showed him the way. It
계속
was the choice
머물지
of the restaurant
그곳으로
owner
걸어갈지는
whether to stay there or
공공이나
take that
호프집
path.
사장님의 선택이었죠.
와,
Wow.
당신 정말
You know so
많은 걸
much.
아는군요.
If I were just a bit younger, I'd
제가
have
조금만
jumped and
더
hopped to
어렸다면
try to high
훌쩍
five
뛰면서
you.
당신에게 하이파이브라도 시도했을 거예요.
Yeah, this guy gives me so much disingenuous vibes. I think I'm going with the Samjo is the comparatively upright one by comparison. Comparatively, even.
언제든지
You're always unwelcome to try. I am very much with her on that one.
동랑님, 또
Mr.
이야기가
Dongrang, you're
새고
becoming
있습니다.
sidetracked again. You're
그럼요.
right. Alrighty. Then one day, while we happily indulge in research in that laboratory of the Bond Corporation branch facility, armed terrorists attacked the place. It was all too
아주
sudden.
갑작스럽게요.
Shocking. And I'm sure they weren't in any way, shape, or form employed by someone. I have no idea.
눈앞에서 폭탄이 터지는 걸 본 적 있나요?
Have you ever seen a bomb set off
장관이죠.
before your eyes? It's quite the spectacle. It all starts and ends in a split
한순간에
second,
시작되고
just like the
끝나버리더군요.
universe, isn't it?
우주 같죠?
You seem to get better.
테러를 일으킨 세력은 어디였지?
Where are the terrorists now?
인원의 신분은
The
특정할
members
수
have
없을
almost
정도로
nothing in
제각각이며
common, and their
목적
motive
또한
is unknown.
불명입니다.
They only showed up
모습을 드러내기
recently.
시작한 건
I wonder
최근이었거든요.
who set them up.
결국
In the
동학
end, the
시스템이
terrorist
머물고 있었던
organization
연구실은
took over the
그 테러
laboratory.
집단들이
Mr. Dongrang's
점령해버렸습니다.
team had Staten. That must be when the
연구실에
lab
그때
was
옮겼던
moved.
것인가 보군.
How severe was the damage? Oh. So did he work in the lab? Dongrang turned his gaze from Hisong to the sporadically unoccupied seats.
저 비어 있는 자리들은
You see those
말이죠.
empty seats? How many are there?
당분간은 공석일
They'll stay
거예요.
that way for a while. Their owners died in that act of terror. See, that would mean a lot more if we actually saw how many seats were missing. That could be anywhere from 2 to 20, and I have no idea. Looking closely, I saw snacks and flowers placed on their cushions, probably as a way to mourn the dead. That seems more like a Dante assumption.
아, 이
This
친구는
fellow we only
손가락만
managed to
겨우
recover a
건졌는데
finger from. We couldn't find the right place to put it, so we've been keeping it in storage. It should be over at the display on the second floor. They put a finger from a dead person on display. You know what? That's not even the most fucked up thing I can imagine. I know they're doing the sad, empathetic music in the background, but it doesn't sound like that. This is like in the intervallo where you're getting the sob story for the competitive owner of the Karma Sutra chicken or whatever it was called. It doesn't ring right. A solemn silence filled the office, but Dongrang continued brushing the empty desk with his hand. There is so much we had to leave behind. And that's the most serious and realistic face he's had so far, where he's not that smug smile. What did he leave behind that he's looking for? Dongrang.
특히
I especially missed the plaque modeled after the face of my character. That was a favorite souvenir of mine. Did he just break the fourth wall? Yeah, I think he did. To show that he's more concerned about his plaque than anyone else. I'll be stumped. I can't tell how much of what he says is a joke and how much of it is serious. I think he probably does miss the plaque.
그러면 저 자리는
What about
어떤
that
자리지?
seat, then? Our attention was brought to a white desk that was completely empty. That one is reserved. We're waiting for a new employee to take that seat. Is it one we know, or are you trying to get Yi-sung back?
그럼
Oh, is there an
요즘
application
누가 뭐 따로
guideline for the
있는 건가요?
position then?
어디 가면
Where
볼
can
수
I see
있어?
it? And she's actually trying to jump ship already. Ishmael's bright-eyed inquisition was interrupted by Samjo's displeased utterance. Oh dear, Mr. Samjo is feeling all uncomfortable now. Shall we actually get to the point then, Samjo?
단도직입적으로
Let me be
말합니다.
blunt. I suggest an
win-win
accord that will
플레이를
benefit both parties. God, I'm not doing the right voice for him.
빼앗긴
If you
연구실을
help us retake the
되찾아주신다면
laboratory, we'll
당신들에겐
yield the ownership
저희가
of the golden
발견한
bow we found
황금가지의
to you.
수유권을 양도하겠습니다.
What were they researching? I mean, what's the worst that could possibly happen with a green-themed food company with little morals? It's very soylent of them.
질문 드리죠.
Hey,
확장
Utku, what's up?
계약인가요?
Or Utku, what's up?
아니면 사후
I
검토
probably butchered your name. Sorry about
계약인가요?
that. I have a question. Is this a fixed contract or a post-fulfillment review contract? Will it be represented by delegate bodies or co-executive members?
답변하겠습니다.
Allow me to answer
타자
that.
책임
This
없이
would be an
대표기관
immediate
집행
delegated
방식으로
body
즉석
representing
계약
contract
방식입니다.
with no
일부
warranty
계약 사무소를
liability.
이용한
A
이
contractual
계약도
signing
절차대로
overseen by an
진행될
observer
예정입니다.
from grade 1 contract office will take place followed. Oh, so someone's going to be watching? Probably Samjo. A contract office? I don't know what's going on. Does it really have to be so complicated? In J Corp district, we could get the golden bow right away despite winning because we didn't have anyone overseeing the deal. Oh, that Ayuda from the Mary Archers? She started a fight even after Rodeo won the game.
마리아치파의 아이들인데.
It's Ida from Los Mariachis. Oh yeah, I forgot about her. I think we killed her. Don't actually remember her dying. Ooh, and is 5. Well, the population of the city is more than a few billion, the size of Taiwan. I think the foodstuff would worth more than real life than what we live, I guess. I'm not entirely sure the city is the size of Taiwan, because from what I heard, it takes so long to walk that the trains from W Corp become useful. I was under the impression it's closer to the size of China, or realistically maybe Australia, as opposed to Taiwan. Oh, and Shaq mentioned she did run away? Oh.
네, 맞아요. 이 페인이 되어줄 줄 알았던
That's right.
아이드 씨가
Instead of playing the role of the
선생같이
observer,
태도를
she left us
바꿔버리는
with no choice but to
무력으로
take the
가져와야만
bow with
했었죠.
force.
그래서 이 페나
Which is why
공증을
it's
해주는
safer to use
협회나
the
계약
service of an
사무소를
association or
이용하는
contract
편이
office
돈은
to
많이
stand
들어도 제일
as
안전한
observer to
거예요.
notarize the contract, even if it
파우스트
can be
씨도
costly.
그 점을 제일
That's what
주의
Faust
깊게
probably
보았을
considered
거고.
most carefully, I think. Because we could probably beat the shit out of the people we were playing the games against, but all of K Corp might be a problem. Fireline, you thought it was the size of Korea? Honestly, I have no idea. But to justify the warp trains, man. I just don't know. I really don't know. Because I don't really know how far it takes us to go anywhere, how long it takes us to go anywhere. If they had a solid speed reference of if we were going this many miles or kilometers an hour to get from one corner of the city in this one section to the other, it'd be one thing, but yeah. But I was under the impression just because they could have rural sections within the nest that it would be huge. Like right now, Shadowman's saying it's Mediterranean sea-sized or above. I have no idea. Although realistically, it's probably as big as the plotline needs it to be. That makes more sense. Ishmael explained like it was common knowledge. I guess it's something well known among city folks.
이건 확실히
This contract certainly
자유쪽이
favors
유리한
our
체결
side.
방식이군요.
Which means you're probably not coming out alive? Yeah.
목적만
As long as the goal is
달성한다면요.
achieved. We watched with our mouths agape as the two declared the conclusion at once. This is a secret, but I frankly don't get more than half of what Samjo says. I just nod like, oh, I see, and move on.
그렇구나 하고 넘기는 거죠.
Honestly, I'm surprised you even bothered to listen to that half. And James Cook mentioned writers can't do math. Yeah, and Cedric, there's Dante in the corner of each canto intervallo, which can show how much travel time there is. Oh, there's dates in the corner? That's what those were? Oh. And Necro was thinking the city is bigger on the inside. I mean, actually gotta tell me there's people who play with time and space here. I mean, can you imagine if there was like a entire corporation that played with time? I mean, that's insane, man.
우연인가? 우리도 마찬가지인데.
Isn't that a coincidence? It's the same for us too.
적어도 동랑 씨는 알아들어야 하는
Aren't you
거
supposed to be the
아닌가요?
last person to be ignorant of your secretary's words?
아, 그래도
Still, I
K에서
guess making a
연구실과
contract
계약을
with K Corp's laboratory means we
당분간은
won't be fighting
그분들과
against
싸울 일은
the wing
없겠어요.
staff for a while. I mean, workplace conflict. It's not a fight. It's surveillance. Ugh.
아무리 상처 입혀도
You know, those people who would
치료되었던
keep
분들이요.
healing their wounds? The team fell into a somber silence. All the memories related to them were filled with misery and suffering. You mean the guys I steamrolled early on because Imagine goes burr? Yeah, that was fun. So you've seen K Corp's regenerative technology already.
아우, 받기만
We've
했겠어.
more than seen it. We punched it in the face. It was useless.
아유,
Had to
지긋지긋한
deal
건
with it
겪고 또
over and
겪었지.
over. I get sick of the thought. Also, yeah, just highlighting how short Gregor is by comparison to how tall Rodion is. Oh, man. Why don't I show you around my lab instead then? It's not here, though. You'll have to take an elevator once more.
엘리베이터를 거기까지
Oh.
보여주실 생각입니까?
You would show them that much, Mr. Donring? Have places off limits for unauthorized personnel. He authorized them.
방금
You just made a really funny noise, Mr. Samjo. Well, it shouldn't hurt. We're hanging out a bit to celebrate the provisional contract being signed. So this wasn't actually his lab. Also, and again, I'm just pointing over to the corner. You have a bunch of people in suits, but it almost looks like coffins down at the bottom. It just kind of looks like a bunch of coffins getting an award. I wasn't sure if that was an appropriate way to celebrate things, but since no one on the team objected, I decided to follow him. Oh my. Nice. Rewards for the reward god. Regeneration ampules? Oh no. The stats of, I can't ever read those
바로
things.
이곳에서
Whoa!
재생 앰플을 제작하고 있답니다.
Oh, wow. That is a lot of glowy green stuff in the background. Dude. This is where regenerative ampules are made.
표면적으로는
They're publicly called
HP탄이라고
HP
불리고
bullets,
있기는 하지만
but the underlying principle is a
근간은
nanobot-based
나노로봇
medical
치료
treatment.
기술이죠.
Oh god, they've actually unironically go nanomachines, son! Which also means that they have gray goo on their side. What's the cutoff point? Is it an energy base? Oh, if they're actually going full on nanomachines.
이런저런 고비가
There have been
있었지만
struggles here and there, but at the
제법
moment the
최근에
ampule
아주
I
조금
slightly
개량한
modified
앰플이
recently is the most
제일
commonly used
사용되고
version.
있답니다.
So in other words, this is why he has leeway here. It's not that he's the best guy, it's that the most common thing they use is based on his slight redesign.
그걸 보급한 사람이
So let me get this straight.
얘기야?
You're the one who supplied that. Damn it, do you have any idea how much that made us suffer? I mean, it took me a whole... I didn't even notice they were healing. So yes,
그 고비를
a green time.
거의 네 발로
We barely managed to
밟아끼어서
crawl over that
한신을
adversary.
넘었죠.
Which one?
그래도
I'm relieved that none of you
전사하거나
seem to
치명상을
have
입은
passed
분들은
away or
아무도 없어
suffered
보여서
severe
다행이네요.
wounds. At the very least. Yeah, they walked it off. Dante, on the other hand. That reminds me, I was told companies have different definitions of death on the job in the process of dealing with them. I'm sure Mr. Samjo gave me an explanation on it. Different definition? There's going to be a zombie company at some point, isn't there? There's going to be a zombie company. Yeah.
아니 그럼 동랑 씨는 계속해서 이 모든 치료는 나노로봇 기술을 연구 중이신 건가?
So Dong Rang, are you doing your research on improving those cure-all nanobots? Of course not. HP bullets have long been commercialized. My project right now is the improvement of livestock using
지금은
them.
HP탄을 활용한 가축 개량 연구를 진행 중이죠.
Ah, we have nanomachine chickens. That's... Oh boy.
가축
Improving livestock.
절단이 아무것도 아니게 되는 개념이라면
If
그저
cutting as a concept is
순간에 지나지 않을
reduced to
뿐이다.
irrelevance, it becomes limited to a fleeting moment. What?
생각해 보세요. 우리는 질 좋은 고기들을
Think about it.
무한하게
We can
먹을
get
수
an
있는
endless
거예요.
supply of high quality meat. Oh, there's all the chickens up there. Oh, that is a lot of chicken. And you can actually see as they're regenerating the wing from one slide to the next where they're cut off here. And by the end of just that line, it's already grown back. Endless wings.
그냥 질 좋은
It's
고기도
not
아니라
just any meat. The
수많은
flesh
사람이
will come
매달려
from
연구하고
livestock
개량한
researched and improved with the
드물고도
combined
질 좋은
efforts of
가축들의
countless
고기를
minds.
말이죠.
That's the quality and rarity we're talking about.
아무래도
It seems kind of boring.
동랑씨도
Dong
로자 씨처럼
Has a love for meat as deep as Rodia's. That's not what I was going for, but okay. I feel like that's not actually what it's going on for. Love, you say? You might be right. If endlessly devoting time and care could be called love.
그럴지도 모르겠네.
Obsession? More obsession. Yeah.
둘이
I
묘하게
guess
잘
snobby
싸우는 게
bunches get along well,
아까부터
eh?
끼리끼리 잘-
Honestly, I don't think Hong Lu is aware enough of the fact that he comes off as snobby to technically count as snobby. I'm assuming the bull we fought was not so much a abnormality as he's trying to get endless meat that's cooking itself. I'm sure it's not that bad. What kind of horrible things could happen there? Depends on how they behave. We see live chickens whose wings and legs are being sliced endlessly. They don't even struggle, as if they feel no pain. Or they're so used to the pain it's impossible to tell. Jake, why do they need multiple chicken when they only need one chicken? Output. One chicken can only grow back so fast. Infinite chickens can feed infinite people. Is this how nanobots look? All I see is liquid.
이렇게 생겼나?
너무나 작은
When
입자가
infinitesimal
유동성을
particles have
가지면
fluidity, they will look
육체와
pretty much the
다름없어
same
보이는
as fluid.
법이니까요.
It's really necessary to go this far for food?
이렇게까지 해야
어렸을 때부터
The son is due discussing the handle for a rich boy who grew up on juicy meat.
꼬맹이,
Kiddo, there are
밥을
lots of
위해서는
people in the world who
못할
go
것이 없는
any
사람도
length for a
세상에
meal.
많아.
Because she was starving in her stuff, yeah, and that's what she killed the one person for in her prologue, Canto.
아니
No, I
그거랑
mean,
다르잖아요.
this isn't the same,
그리고
and
저희
my family
가족들은
wouldn't
고기를
eat
먹지
any
않는
meat.
분들이었어요.
I was an exception, though.
저는 아니긴 했지만
What did his family... Oh, because the family was metallic.
왜 굳이 이런
Why does it
형태여야
have to
해요?
be like this?
그러니까 제
What I'm trying
말은
to say is...
아,
I think I know what you're getting at.
역시 조금
It does feel rather unnatural,
단순히
doesn't
식량
it?
개선을
If it
위한
was simply for the
거였다면
sake of improving food,
충분히 더
there
효율적인
could have been more
방식이 있을
efficient
텐데요.
ways to do it. Yeah. Yeah, you could just clone the single piece. Like, we can actually do that right now. It's just super inefficient. Just the meat is in the shape you need immediately. There's no chicken involved. It's just a wing is formed.
아,
Also, yeah,
적어도
you can
이거
actually do that
하나는
right now. It's just
확실하네.
really
진작에
inefficient and not
기술의
actually worth the
뒷골목에
time and
전복
effort.
벗었더라면
There's one thing I can say for sure. If this technology had made available in the back streets, no, it never will be because they don't make money on the back streets, so you'll never get it. Even I'm aware of that part.
나와 친구들은
My friends and I
쓰레기통이나
wouldn't have
뒤지고
had to
다니진
rummage
않았을
through
거야.
trash cans.
기술
Technology.
아니요.
No, this is
이것은
no more
한낱
than
사육이요.
breeding.
저치들은 날 수
They will
있다는
never
것도
realize they
평생 모를
have the
것이요.
ability to fly for their entire lives. Yisong spoke, staring directly into Dongrang. It was unusual of him to take this much interest in matters.
반론합니다.
I must object. Chickens cannot fly in the first place. This technology is providing quality welfare to many. But they're probably getting something else out of it instead of just the chicken. I think almost the chicken byproduct is just that, a byproduct. It could be wrong, but it definitely gives me the we're getting something else than just the meat out of this feel.
괜찮아요, 삼조
It's
씨.
okay, Samjo.
본래는 눈조차 잘
For
마주하지
someone who
않던
usually
사람이
wouldn't look others in the
누군가를
eye,
똑같이
to glare
노려보는 건
directly at a person,
그만큼
that's a
절박한
sign of
거죠.
desperation, isn't it? He knows something. Of course he knows something.
사육은
The husbandry. Something seems to have happened in the lab.
생긴 모양입니다. 지금 연구실로 가는
Will be a good choice to head there now.
괜찮을 거야, 삼조
I'll be
씨.
fine, Samjo. They're skilled enough that
이분들은
they got
우리
out to have a
재생
scuffle
앰플을
with K Corp
장착한 K사
security staff,
경비들과도
armed
맞서
with our
싸워놓고
regenerative ampules without a
생체계나 훨씬
scratch.
실력자들인데.
He should know about the entire "we don't stay dead" part, right? Unless him ignoring a lot of what Samjo says is kind of part of what he ignored as well. So in other words, we're being brought down here to cover up a mistake and or test it. Oh boy. Terrorist organization. If it's a bunch of sentient chickens, so help me. Level 28. Should be fine. I'm just going to change things up a bit. I want to try him out.
몸 좀 풀어볼까요?
Raquel, there was cloned mammoth meat so they could eat it? Or is that fake news? Oh. An explosion has been detected. Please protect yourself from danger by swiftly moving under your desks. I know this is supposed to be his private lab, but it's the same reused area from where we were before. No, it's ampules everywhere. I heard about that. From what I heard, though, it was more they defrosted some frozen mammoth meat that was still edible. I think it was just to test that the process was there. It was more of a gimmick than anything else. Although I could be mistaken. Maybe I'm just misremembering something else. Oh. Intimidating machine. Oh. Who are they working for? Because that looks like a set.
잘못
Oops.
발사됐.
That was a misfire. They're crossing out this stuff here, so I'm guessing ex-employees. A second explosion has been detected. Please activate the regeneration ampule in your possession, and please wait for K Corp security staff that will arrive within 18 seconds of.
저 멘트는 여전하네.
Same old announcements. I wonder why our
목소리로
broadcasts
말해야
like that
하는 걸까?
told in such calm voices. It's actually so people hear it and try not to freak out more. It's actually why most broadcasts are done in a very boring tone. Because if people hear you going, "Oh God, what is wrong?" even if they don't actually listen to the words, they will panic at the tone before they hear what is being said. Distinct art. I'm assuming these are going to be the people we eventually work with, and they have the green. It's heavily colored out, but and a previous different color here. So is it a different branch or something
숨이라도
else?
헐떡이면서 말해야지.
Won't a little
사람들을
gasping and
대피시키는 게
panicking be
효과적이지
more
않겠어?
effective in getting people to evacuate? No, it really isn't.
역시 기술이나
See?
과학
Getting
같은
so
것은
preoccupied with all that
몰두해서 눈이
technology
멀어지면
and science nonsense
감정에
dulls your
공감하려는
empathy
노력은
with
없어진다니까.
feelings.
말이
You
너무
talk too much. Be quiet.
모두 무사하십니까?
Is everyone alright? If you aren't, take a regeneration sample. Cross-compatibility test is normally needed, but we're in an emergency. You look unfazed. Does a terrorist attack usually throw everyone into chaos?
혼란에 휩싸이.
The first attack did have everyone panicking. The explosive detection broadcast didn't exist either. Mr. Samjo hid under his desk for quite some time. As I keep saying, the attack occurred in the lobby, and I was merely attempting to pick up a notebook that fell under the desk. I mean, right now they're making it sound as if they're just used to horrible things. And this is like, oh my God, for the audience reading this, why would you do that? But then again, there's a lot of documented cases where in long-term conflicts, where explosions are normal, people do just walk by without even thinking about it. You can get used to almost anything if it happens regularly enough. You must take the situation seriously, Mr. Dongrang. An attack on K Corp laboratory in the middle of the nest is not a matter of course. I mean, can you imagine if there was a bunch of random crazy people with hammers and nails running around inside of a nest killing people? I mean, can you imagine K Corp allowing that? I mean, that'd be like a bunch of security personnel being slaughtered by a raging, flaming bull in the middle of a city and just recording and doing nothing. That's unheard of.
그러게.
For sure, they've managed to arrive at the floor where the researchers are. Oh, I think I sprained my left ankle, Samjo. I watched as Samjo injected a regeneration ampule into Dongrang's body.
로보토미 지부를 점령하고
Are they
있다는
the
테러
terrorists
집단.
that are occupying the lobotomy corp branch? Indeed,
맞아요.
speak of the devil.
호랑이도 제 말하면 어음이네요.
저 사람들이
They're
테러
part of the terrorist
단체들이라고요?
organization?
그다지
They don't really
전투에
look
특화되어 있지는 않아
well-trained
보이는데요.
combatants.
어.
Would you look at that?
꼬맹이가
You've
이제
got an
그런
eye for that
눈썰미도
now, kid.
생겼냐?
당연합니다.
It's natural.
직접 전투에
They aren't the
나서는
ones
건
directly
저들이
engaging in
아니니까.
combat.
딱 보기에도
It should take a
동남처럼
single glance to
비실비실해
notice
보이지
that
않습니까?
they appear lean and frail, just like Mr. Dongrang. Wow. I'm assuming there are people who quit K Corp.
돈 있는 놈들은
I've
직접
seen
안
rich saws that
싸우더라도
don't get into
만에 하나
fights still get
모른다면서
body
신체 강화
enhancing
시술을 받더라.
enhancing augments just in case.
나 엄살 아니야?
You sure they aren't just acting weak?
꼭 그렇지만도
It's
않습니다.
not necessarily the
신체 강화
case. As
방법이
varied as
다양한
ways to augment the body are,
형태에 따라 거부감을
some may be
느끼기도 하고
repulsed by it physically or
두려워하기도
mentally.
하니까요. 통지에 따라서
Some nests even
거주민은
forbid their
기타
residents from
기능이
getting
작용에 따르며
procedures above a
일정
certain
위력
level
이상의 시술을
of power
받는
if they
것을
aren't qualified.
금지시하는 곳도 있어요.
So not like the N Corp where it was like human body, no machinery. Instead, it's more we make sure the people who we want to get it. That makes sense.
아래 것들이 힘을 가져서
They
들고
don't want the
일어나면
lowly to rise up and
곤란하기라도
topple the
하나
ruling
봐.
class over, huh?
그렇지?
Spoken like the true communist sympathizer. Although she wasn't really sympathizing, it was more the I want everyone to get ground down. And then realized it wasn't going to work and just left. I just realized all of them are wearing Dante Head branded clothing. I've never actually noticed, but they literally have on Faust as well. I just recognized what that was. That's literally Dante's head, including the flame at the top. From the very beginning of the game, they've been wearing Dante branded clothing. So either that's just a funny little gag they put in there, or someone had the clock before it became Dante's head. Ah,
그 가능성도 부정할 수는
I
없겠네요.
couldn't deny those possibilities. Each nest must have its own reasons.
하지만 근본적으로
But fundamentally
강화
speaking,
시술은
augmenting
고출력
procedures are
차량과
like
흡사합니다.
high-performing vehicles.
감당 못할
If an
출력의
unqualified
차량
driver
같은
were to handle a vehicle with a
검증되지 않은
power output
자가
above
된다면
what they can handle, then you're driving in New Jersey.
통제 안의 여러 질서는 금방이라도 깨질 테니 그 부분을 예방하는 차원이 클 거예요.
Layers of order in the nest would fall apart in no time, so they'd like to prevent that from happening. Also, people are telling me that's not Dante, it's Mephi. No, I see the clock handles and everything. One going straight up, one going off to the right at 3 o'clock. And the burning head on top. I don't think it's Mephistopheles. I think it's actually the clock handle, with Mephistopheles behind it, maybe. But it does look like a clock handle in the front. Sorry to interrupt your passionate exposition. The pain was genuine for me, so just so you know.
진짜 아팠답니다.
I'm glad he had to clarify that. Soon enough, people wearing familiar outfits appeared along with the unforgettable beats of footsteps. Also, just random question. How come the guys have visors in front of their visors? Like, is it meant to keep liquids off or just to look more intimidating? Both could work, but... Eek. She actually squeaked.
검문소에서 봤던
The ones from the checkpoint!
이제는 우리의 든든한
And now
아군이겠네요.
they're our reliable allies. Oh, yeah. Dante has his hands at a different position than the arms. Or is the front of the bus a clock as well? Huh. Those robots, they look seriously... Wait, they're robots? Oh, these robots. Hemorrhage within 5 seconds. Spinal damage at least 12 centimeters in length. Direct impact on coronary destruction of the cranium. These steps will ensure that the enemy meets immediate death without unnecessary suffering.
불필요한 고통도 고통이지만
You can do that, but it
그냥
wasn't mainly
애매하게 뇌가
to fully
남아버리면
destroy the
되살아나가니까.
brain so they can't regenerate themselves.
곤란해서 그럼 저기
Hey, if you
실례가
don't
안
mind,
된다면
could you pretend to be
너네
dead
바로
if this
죽진
doesn't
않아도
kill you
그냥
right away?
죽은 척 해줄 수
My buddy
있을까?
stayed up all night
예,
upgrading the
어제
insta-kill
밤새워서
function.
직사기능 업그레이드.
조용히.
Quiet.
봐봐, 내
See,
말
I
맞잖아.
told you with that recoil distance, it only reaches as deep as the occipital lobe. Did you really have to lean or learn it through trial?
진짜.
Damn it, I should have gone all the way through the temporal lobe.
질 수 없죠.
We can't lose to them. We have robots of our own.
저희 쪽으로 있거든요.
They should be here any minute now. Oh, we get to see K Corp robots.
나타날 텐데. 하하.
짠!
Oh, these flow.
재생 앰플 투여.
Ah, there it is, the regeneration ampule administration drone. It must be pretty handy to have them. Do they inject ampules right as the staff is injured?
네.
Oh, we
머리통이
got
날아가거나
Yes, as long as their heads aren't lost and the ampule is injected before the golden time passes and the brain stops functioning, they're practically undying. Which just means you have to fight them harder. Also, that robot they brought, oh, there's a lot of them and they're actually very big. Ah! They're crushing them. See, the thing is, every time I fought these in the mirror dungeon, Blood Fiends with the right options, man, are kind of broken. I never let them actually get an attack off.
장기가 관통되거나.
Injuries like holes in internal organs
어이쿠.
or broken
뼈가
bones can be
부러지는 것
healed in
정도는
seconds.
수초 내에 원상 복구가.
그렇다고
Even still,
아픔조차 못
they
느끼지는
wouldn't be
않을
immune to
텐데.
pain. How can they be so calm about it? Drugs.
심지어
They won't even bat an eye at a colleague right next to them being cut down.
당연한 일이다.
Natural behavior.
몇 초 내에 복구가
If all
된다면
wounds can be healed up in
모든
seconds,
판단은
all
보수적인
judgment
일이 될
regarding
거야.
it will be secondary.
그렇다면
If that's the case,
저희도
will we become
언젠가는
like that
저렇게
eventually?
변하는 걸까요?
Honestly, you guys are kind of already like that. Like, you legitimately started murdering each other because you could immediately. There's no become. You are already at that level of fucked up.
그런 걸 왜 생각하는지 모르겠군.
I don't see a reason to think about such things. I was just curious.
그런데
By the way,
여기 못 보던
who are these
옷 입고
new
있는
faces
new
with
face들은
unfamiliar
누구야?
outfits? Anyone want to introduce yourselves?
사람?
New faces. Oh. Oh, they all know each other.
우리가 할 바는 아니지.
None of our business.
맞아.
True, but it's kind of awkward to be
계속
just
마주보고
facing them.
있으려니까 조금
Someone's
어색해서.
gotta talk, no?
고작 테러 조직 따위한테
Why should we introduce
왜
ourselves to a
자기소개를 해야
terrorist
하죠?
organization?
우린 테러 조직
We're no mere
따위가
terrorist organization.
말
Watch your
조심.
words. Is it competing internal branches of K Corp? I wouldn't even be surprised at this point. When everything heals immediately, maybe that's just how they do product testing.
나는 그 어감
I don't hate the
나쁘지
sound of
않을
it.
것
It
같아.
lines up with my belief when I was 4.
가치관과 맥락은
I had to
같아서.
answer the
11살
call of
때
a
쓴
grad
원전
school
논문이
because the
당선되면서
paper I
어쩔 수
wrote on
없이
atoms
대학원에
won a
부름을
prize at the age of
받게
11. Oh, they're supposed to be geniuses.
조용히 해.
Shut it.
우리는
We are the
기술
Technology
해방
Liberation Alliance.
어떤 기술을 해방시키는
Liberate
거죠?
what technology exactly?
기술이라는
Does technology
것도
yearn for
자유를
freedom?
원하는
I mean, if
건가요?
it's an AI, sure, but that will come with its own issues.
아마도
Maybe
저
they're
연구실
talking about
안에
an
있는
animal in the
동물들
lab, I
아니-
think.
들었어?
You hear that? He thinks we're animal protectors or
우리가 동물
something.
보호사로 미안한데.
Sorry, but
그럼
that went out of
우리
fashion
차분한
long ago. You
내적이
think we're working
끝났단다.
day and night assembling
우리가
machines
행복하게
just to
자라나
fight for
건강하게
happily
튀겨진
raised
치킨이나
chickens,
씹자고.
fried and healthy oil?
달시간까지 갈아가면서 기계들을 조립하는 줄 알아? 특히 X-3
Type
볼트는
X32
요새
bolts
구하기도
are hard to
힘들어서
get
다른
these days.
등지를 통해서만
We have to
주문해야
order
돼.
them from other nests.
세금이
Do you have any
얼마나
idea how
드는지
much
알아?
tax is added?
X-3형
No.
볼트는
You can substitute X32 bolts by casting C9 bolt and tempering it into an interval of 2 hours.
어디서 가짜
You aren't going to
개나는
win us over
소리를.
by acting all smart.
Oh.
Oh, huh? No?
Oh.
She might be right. It could work.
아니야, 그럴듯해.
Why is she accidentally helping them?
아니 대체
Could you tell us why you're offering advice to our enemies, Miss Faust?
이해 못하시겠죠?
You wouldn't understand. Researchers have a creed more valuable than life. And considering yours can come back again and again and again and again and again, I think you're already at that point. In fact, I don't think it changed anything. Oh, and Plotted Plan. Have I heard about the Talisman Sinclair nerf? I have. But I also heard the reason they did it is because of an interaction absolutely breaking the game and reaching some of the absurdities you can stack with multiple items in Mirror Dungeon in a regular context format. So it would kind of render the power scale of the game at useless. I get why they did it. I completely get why. And apparently they're going to give some nice returns for the new Faust as well. Here we go. Oh, that's a new one. Like, these guys I remember finding in Mirror Dungeon. It looks a little different. Well, that's unpleasant. It doesn't quite match up. Always does that. Ah! That is not okay. Why does it... Graphics are fun. Graphics are your friend. There we go. Still... Wait, it's actually Keyword Trade Technology Liberation Alliance. Let fiends go, Burr? Yeah. And Momo has read, why can the drones bleed? I'm assuming... nanomachines count as bleed? Taking damage to bleed reduced by 50%. Yeah. Oh, you can see they're actually spinning me to scrap. Oh. That works. Not the best way to do it, but... Oh no! I do want to see what the new guy does. Random Gregor just doing a ton of damage. Oh, he's just fighting with a knife. Okay. No one dead yet? Honestly, a lot of the time, win rate for these earlier fights is fine. If it was an actual fight I need to pay attention to... Ooh. Didn't kill it, though. That one did! She actually missed one of the points. Ugh. Yeah, Blood Fiends go burr indeed. And according to Acromatic Count, anything can bleed if you try hard enough. That's the way I like to do it. I wonder if these guys were related to the factory underneath the... Let's not think about it.
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
Like the one that was adjusting people and augmenting them with scrap. That was still an annoying fight because you didn't realize it was more to survive until you could actually kill them. I just realized the chickens are the same as the various guards. The chickens don't even act when their feathers and wings are cut out. And then the people did the same. Organization 2. Don't mind if I do.
몸 좀 풀어볼까요?
Oh man. The poised burn team is awaiting? I don't actually have enough poise to pull it off as far as I know. Easy fight. I do want to get to a point where I can actually challenge myself with this. I've been told that is coming up soon in either this or the next Canto. There's a vertical skill wall, and I need to get over that. And honestly, I'm looking forward to bashing my head against it, because that sounds fun. While I do enjoy building characters, I would like to get to the point where I actually need to build the characters. Alright. How many do we have to fight anyways? Oh, it's just the one? Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's actually do something correctly for once. Ooh. Ah. Oh, Sin System. There's a fight in this Canto that's difficult. Here's a hint. You want a good Yi-Song. Here's the problem. I don't have one. It's a problem. I want to get Ring Yi-Song, but
떨거지는
Every time I get
잘라낸다.
close, it kind of doesn't work.
엎드리도록.
Granted, would I be able to just get around it by having a good anyone else?
기다려라.
Ooh, Doctor, this is the first Canto you lost in? Oh. I mean, technically, I have lost before, but only because the mariachis did sanity damage, and they hit technically before I tried to solo a level with Dawn. So even though she was level 30 at the time and they weren't, they absolutely crushed her because they hit first and did sanity damage, so she couldn't actually hit them. Yeah.
그게 우리가 이룰 수 있는 유일한 꿈이니까.
Decay ampules. So if there's machines that build up, there's machines that eat out. Oh boy. Oh, Momo was bred in the first few? Yeah, no, in the first 2 streams, 200 people signed up as friends immediately. It was really fast. I have no idea what that friend list even does still.
오늘도 부디 정신을 유지할 수 있기를.
뭐 확실히
That certainly looks convenient. Broken
털려기는
bones heal
보이네.
up in a matter of moments.
K사에서
K Corp provides us with an astronomical sum of research grant to support our research on improving the ampule. Do keep this a secret from Shirley, please. She might get mad at me about it for 3 months. Clock would only wind the thing after we died. Scared of a little hurting. I think I cracked a bone in my right hand. I get an ampule. It's kind of hard to grip my axe. Ryodia stood in front of a K Corp drone, extending her right arm. Welcome to K Corp. Drones are always there for your health. Administering regeneration ampule. Cannot administer. Friendly entities of type 3J, 54 are eligible for serum injection, but regenerative ampule may only be administered to patients hemorrhaging 1 LR, 1 liter or more of blood. Also, since you have not taken a cross-compatibility with ampules, we do not take responsibility for the possible side effects. Thank you. We're going to see one of the side effects, aren't we? Oh, we are definitely seeing the side effects. This is twice now they've mentioned side effects. Well, not so much side effects, but compatibility. First, when Samjo said, hey, it's emergency, deal with it. And now, when they're bringing it up in a more calm setting. If they mention it one more time, we're definitely seeing it. Normally in a gacha game, that level of writing is not something I would actually hold them to, because most gacha writing is serviceable. But damn if this game doesn't actually drop lines that matter in random dialogue.
뭐?
Oh?
무슨
What?
소리야?
What are you talking about?
팔다리
You mean
중
a come
하나라도
from an arm or a
달려가는
leg
거야?
or something?
힘이
They're
그러고
already
있잖아요.
doing that.
저
Look at the
K사
K Corp
경비들
staff.
재생 앰플을
They're cutting off their own limbs
스스로
to get
신체를
the
자르고
ampule.
어쩔 수 없습니다.
It's a necessary requirement. It would be a tremendous financial waste to use regeneration ampule for every little scratch.
굳이 비교를 하고
I
싶지
hate to make
않지만
comparison, but
당신네
its
같은
value is far above the
중소기업은
caliber
함부로
of
쓰지도
small
못할
arm,
가치입니다.
small firms like yours. And he's being reminded of the previous Canto where it was people mutilating themselves for the robot parts, and here they're mutilating themselves to heal. Which is just really fucked up. I'm getting the distinct impression that Sinclair is being held up as the moral compass. Not because he's good at it, but because everyone else is way more fucked up. Yeesh. It looks a bit dangerous here. Those machines are too rough. They might get me killed if I'm not careful. I might want to stay away from the fray for just a bit of a sec. How do healing ampules integrate with prosthetics? Would Dante heal his head around the prosthetic, or would it reject the current clock head to heal his head? And is his brain inside of the prosthetic? I have no idea. Just then, something grazed past my head. I mean, my head with a threatening shrill. My head with a threatening shrill? Ah. Grr. Now they're throwing ampules? Right as another projectile flew at me, Ishmael swiftly stretched her arm to take the hit. Turning the direction projectiles came from. I didn't find enemy robots. Dante already had an ampule used on him? Oh, I missed that. End of last canto? I guess I just missed completely then. Instead, there was a K Corp drone glaring with red.
관리자님, 괜찮으십니까?
Xavier Manager, are you alright?
제가 대신
I'm the one who got
맞았는데요.
hit, Otis.
오티스 씨.
Yeah! Yeah. Also, he has a much smaller flame here. And he kind of looks like a toaster from this angle. Yeah, I said it.
이 오티스가 대신
I should
맞았어야
have taken the
했습니다.
projectile for you. Curses! Ishmael did it, not Dante, though. Oh.
저기요.
Excuse me! Oh, God, they're having the comedy routine now. See what your
이놈들의 그
robots
비싼
that cost a
연구비로 만든
bomb to
로봇이
make your
결국
doing.
오작동을
It
일으키는
fired an ally. Are you
아군을
sure about that?
오인사롭게 쳤나?
반론합니다.
I must object.
그건 오인
That was
사격이
not friendly
아니었습니다.
fire. Samjo yelled from behind, raising his hand high.
다만
However, it
예외
does appear
처리가
that
미처 되지
exceptions
못한
couldn't be
모양이군요.
fully configured. I apologize for that
사과의 말씀을
particular
드립니다.
shortcoming.
무슨
What
헛소리를.
rubbish are you?
알다시피
Are you aware
당신들이
you could
이곳까지
come
들어오게
into
된
this
건
place purely
순전히
thanks to Mr.
동랑님의
Dong Rang's
인덕
whim?
덕분입니다. 이곳에 손님이
Having
방문하는
visitors in
경우는
this
극히
place is an
드문 일.
extremely rare
따라서
occurrence,
미처
and as
고려되지
such, a
못했던
factor that
사항이라는
wasn't
뜻이죠.
put into consideration.
그게
What are you
대체
talking
무슨
about?
소리인데요?
Ah. Yeah, they're attacking because we're not normally here.
K사 재생드론의
That K
쓰임새는
Corp Regenerator
단순한 치료가
drone do
전부가
more than just
아니라는
heal
소리입니다.
people.
제 몸이 녹아가고
Ah,
있는
she's
것처럼
melting.
보이죠?
Why
누가 한
does it
명이라도 알아듣게.
look like my body's melting? Can anyone make sense? Oh, it literally is melting her. Nanomachines, son. Ishmael. Yeah.
K사 드론은
Normally, K Corp drones
평소엔
administer
부상자들에게
regeneration
재생 앰플을
ampules to
주입시켜주지만
injured personnel.
전장
However,
이탈자들에게는
it injects a
붕괴
decay
앰플을
ampule
주입시킵니다.
to deserters. It shot the decay ampule at me because I was trying to escape the combat zone.
역겹군 그래.
Ain't that just revolting?
전쟁 중도
They
아닌데.
could pull off
직접
summer
조를
executions
받아들이잖아.
when there isn't even a war going on. Yes! Yes, they do. Because who's going to say no? And that's also why everyone in K Corp was so willing to run right into it. Because it probably hurts less than the decay ampule. Literally having gray goo inside of them. Eating them.
그래.
Yeah, why not just make the drones fight
싸우게
instead?
나지 않겠어?
The drones probably cost more.
당신이 있던
The nest you're
둥지에서는
from must have
인명에 대한
valued human
가치가
life,
높았나
am I right?
봅니다. 그렇죠?
Yeah, technically it did.
저 기계들은
The value of
한
each
대당
drone we
이등
have
직원
far
10명의
surpasses
가치와
that of 10
맞바꾼다고
Class 2 staff
비교가 안
members
될 만큼의
combined.
비용을
Do you
지릅니다.
understand?
이해해라.
You should understand.
네가
You
받아들여라.
accept it. I've had crappy coercion shoved in my face too many times. I don't feel like complying anymore. Yeah, I think the terrorists are probably going to win on this one. Gregor triggered? Oh god, yes.
이해는 되네요.
I do understand where
우리
it's coming
전장에
from.
K사
There was
드론을
research that
도입함으로써
revealed deploying K Corp
아군의
drones in simulated battles increased the odds of victory by 23.5%. That's actually statistically large.
연구자들 사이에서
It was a pretty famous paper among scholars.
예로부터 전장의
Since the
사기를
old times,
떨어뜨리는
deserters
가장
who
큰
try to
원인은
flee from battle have been
적군의
pointed
위력,
out as greater
지휘자의
detractors for
나약한
morale
전장의
than the
타자들이었다.
threat of overwhelming oppression and weakness of the leader. 600 men. Oh boy.
전장 이탈자의 공개적인 처벌은
Public punishments of deserters are historically proven tactics supported by many
효과적인
examples.
전술 방법이지.
Minus the people eventually turning on you because they think you surviving is worse than what they would happen if they let you live. I mean, that also is a very proven historical example of almost every change in leaders. Yeah, peaceful transitions aren't exactly a thing. Hey, what's up, Lil?
많이들 아셔. 이해.
Understand it all you like, then. Wait, what are you talking about? Look at Ishmael, she's melting down. Apologies for my negligence, Executive Manager.
시계 돌릴 때의
I failed to
고통을
consider the suffering you must
헤아리지
endure when you
못했습니다.
turn the clock. Honestly, you're the first person to actually acknowledge that. You're going to forget it immediately, though. What? That's not what I'm... Oh, yeah, he's going to feel that as well.
신속하게 돌리셔야겠군요.
You might want to hurry if that's your
지금
concern.
정도의 상태면
Her heart should still be
심장까지는
intact in her
보존되어
current
있을 테니까.
state. Oh, because he would feel his heart too.
관리자님,
Manager, what'll happen to me?
어떻게 되는 거죠?
Oh, you can see a bit of the... Yeah, why are we getting so many melting Cantos? The clock hand turned with agony. Meanwhile, Yusung was staring at the empty ampules rolling on the floor. And that's why they die so willy-nilly. Also, that was the first time I've seen someone actually afraid. I guess she's wondering if it would still do the thing. Oh. Damn. Oh man. Yeah, this was fine. I did get this new one. I don't know how to work it up yet. Need a lot more of, I'm assuming, gluttony though.
운이 따라준다면
I don't really have a
좋겠네요.
team that pulls that out a lot, so it might be a while. Why does Ting Tang Leader Hong Lu roll so high? I have no idea. He's only at up type 3 too, so he's not even all the way. Yeah, but Ting Tang Leader Hong Lu is kinda not the one I was gonna click on.
도움이 필요하세요?
Yeah, his stuff is kinda bullshit. I'm not sure if it was always like that. I mean, that's just 11, but it's one. This one is 8, but 3 coins. And then there's plus 25 on a single coin, man. It's kind of bullshit, especially if you could change up what he has. I think he's an older one too, isn't he? Oh, and she hit max sanity. Just in time to do the Dawn special of Everything Dies. An acrobatic count. Book Ishmael didn't have much going on, but oh boy, did Project Moon make this one a character? Yes, and thank God. And it's a good thing she hasn't gone on an entire descriptive paragraph or diatribe about how fish and whales are the same thing. Yeah, that was the thing they did in there. I'm not even sure if it was the common consensus whales were fish at the time. I thought people knew they were mammals already. Oh, and Sanguine. Is the disparity between the offense level versus the enemies? Entirely possible. The K ampules too. I think I used him enough. But I want to get him another. I'll take him out, put her back in just to soak up a few more levels. He's getting free levels off this, so that's fine. He's maxed out, so I want to switch out who's getting this. I don't know anything about this guy, so let's put him in. I should try and... Red sheet? Yeah, I'll put him in for good measure. Yeah, I'm actually just trying right now to level up people who don't have levels. I find it really weird to see him smiling and happy. I'm assuming that'll not fuck up. A wing and a lot of mirrors. Huh.
카니발 타임.
This player would give you clash power? Yeah, because I'm a bit over leveled, I think. I think it's every 5 levels or 10 levels you get an extra clash power. Yeah, without all her skills activated, her attacks aren't nearly as good. Oh, hey, someone actually did damage to me. Yeah, I'm sticking to win right now, mostly because I don't think I'm at a fight yet that needs me to really pay attention. Granted, whenever the abnormality fights come up, they're my favorite ones because they actually do require a bit of skill sometimes. And run. Sometimes old is OP, like Grip Claire is the Smash Ultimate Luigi of the game, and he has broken levels of OP since day one. Oh my god. Yeah, actually, I have Grip Sinclair. Or not Grip Sinclair, I have Grip Faust. Nah. Because she has some really good passives that buff sanity. She's good for a bleed team. I picked her up when I got a free option early on. Oh, man. Also, let me know if it's too loud or too quiet. I can hear it on my headphones at a steady volume regardless, so I'm not entirely sure what everyone else has. I swear, Dawn is half my favorite character because of how cool her animations are. I'm easily bribed by cool aesthetics, man. Also, Blood Fiend Otis has some very nice art. It's actually very pretty. Nomo is just going, Grip Faust, my beloved. What did everyone else do damage-wise? Oh, really? Gregor? Only took 55 damage. I mean, that's more than almost everyone else combined, but... And Kurokuma Clan, Captain Ishmael did 19 damage. Yeah, well, this is all not her team, though. Ooh, Kenneth, you watched all the video? Thank you. They're upping the level as we go. Okay. Wonder who else would work with them. I got the Leo sushi, but I don't know much about them. Let's deploy you.
오늘도 부디 정신을 유지할 수 있기를.
Oh no, they resist bleed. Anyway. I have made the robot bleed. Apparently, it is effective. Yeah. Oh, it only has 11 health left. Ooh, there's a Kurokuma Clan Heathcliff. They pair well with Ishmael and other Blood Fiend team. I think I did just get Kurokuma Heathcliff. I'm pretty sure I have him now, but I haven't actually built him yet. An acrobatic, I'm just going like, oh no! Anyway. Oh man, that's the one of the guys from Top Gear who did that meme, right? I can never remember his name. Jeremy Corbyn? Or maybe it's someone else. Like right now, I'm just having fun with this, man. Getting to see all the flashing lights. Also, for everyone who has heard about the recent adjustment to power level, apparently Red Sheet Sinclair was nerfed because they were originally going to nerf heavily the new Faust, but apparently they also undid the nerf, so there's stuff going on with that. I did hear, though, that apparently people in regular fighting with her, with the buff from Sinclair, could hit 99 Rupture reasonably fast. I've heard a range from different people saying different amounts, but apparently if you could actually hit that in a regular fight, yeah, that sounds like it would do a lot of, okay, this game just got trivialized. Like, there's over-leveling, and then there's, well, shit, there's no more use to pulling other characters. Yeah. Jeremy Clarkson. Oh, that's it. And, goodness, for Ryushu, you want to swing the swirly thing under her. Either use S3 or guard, and that buffs her tons. Honestly, I keep forgetting I need to guard with her. Mostly because everything I've been using the Blood Fiends with is dead before it matters. Really strong with speed difference? Yeah. I've heard that part. I just don't actually know what the difference is, though. Huh, so a few of these are more beat up than the others. I should at least try. That's fine.
죄인인가?
I think she already had the speed, though. Ooh. 67 damage, not bad. I mean, I saw someone in my Discord post a picture of 2,000 damage, so I'm not quite there yet. All those zeros actually hurt me. Yeah. 71 is going up. I do love the visual changes, how each Blood Fiend gets a little more progressively altered in their character style as they get more powerful. It's probably one of my favorite things to watch, just seeing how they do everything.
오랜 목마름도 어버이를 향한 죄책감도 피를 마시는 순간에는 생각나지 않을 거다. 그러니 가릴 것 없이 마음껏 마셔.
4, 5, 415. Okay. Reclaiming. Coin faces. Oh, I know about that one. Oh, she's back. Attention, everyone. Reinforcements have arrived. They have a similar coat to the guy who was the terrorist. Okay. Who are those people? For sure. Who could these be? Shrini? Made new friends other than me? They're fixers from Rose Spanner Workshop, the ones working with our current project. They've visited here several times already. You really should be familiar by now. Aren't those the guys who like tech? I think they were like the tech adepts or something. That is a very big wrench. Oh, it's a spanner. They literally are going to throw a spanner in the works. It's literally I don't... Oh, God. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Nico, representative of Rose Banner Workshop. The enemy's face is clouded over at the unexpected arrival of reinforcements. Boring. Let's head back. Wonder what symbol this is for, though. I don't think I recognize it. Unless it's partially the Rose Spanners. Ah. Oh, no, wrong one, wrong one, wrong one. Orange tone. More red, though. So I'm guessing if she's from the K Corp, he's probably from Rose Banner, then. Sure, we'll leave. Would you look at that? Our aura has made them flee out of terror. Oh my God. Thanks, Shrini. This made me seriously consider the possibility that your department might be picked as the best next year for the first time. Oh my God. Shame about your precious trophies being destroyed, huh? I'm sure he has another few dozen boxes. Mr. Shrini, pardon me for suspecting, but you did not perchance wait until the trophies were broken before bringing reinforcements, did you? Honestly, I'm surprised they intervened. I don't mind losing them. As long as the photo is fine. Photo? Which one specifically? Because there's a few down there. The damage they left is pretty severe now that I'm seeing it firsthand. They could have gotten all the researchers killed if things went wrong. Indeed, which is why we must eliminate them and reclaim the facility they've occupied as soon as possible. Gonna be honest, kinda want to destroy the K Corp facility more than I want to stop anyone else. They're distinct. I want to destroy the corporations more, probably. I mean, I'm not saying that there's probably some kind of horrible thing we're going to see in the future. I'm just assuming it at this point. Why? Then, does K Corp not provide assistance? Clearly, it's because they don't want the general public to know that such thing happened in the nest, don't you think? Even though they were filming it happening earlier. While I may concede on that matter as innocent feathers were involved, this concerns researchers in a laboratory directly affiliated with the wing. It's evidence they want it to remain discreet that much, don't you think? Laboratory directly affiliated with the wing. Oh. So it's an affiliation, not a direct part of it. So it's less this is K Corp and more a K Corp franchise. Unless I'm misreading that right. Entirely possible, I'm just misreading that.
아무튼 그래서 말이죠.
Anyway, I ought to bring a generous supply of regeneration ampules for all to use. Now, should be a good time to depart, right?
동랑 씨.
We aren't going on a picnic, Don Rang. You gonna be okay? No problem. Seeing you in battle made me all the more reassured about accompanying. Whoa! Oh, wow! Oh. Ah. He's recovering something. Just so you know, the technology our manager Dante uses is on a different level compared to K Corp's ampules. Rather than regeneration, it restores. Therefore, observing it won't provide much insight. It can be applied to K Corp's singularity, or regeneration ampules. I forgot what K Corp actually has as their singularity. Restoration, not healing, huh? No way he's trying to copy Dante's ability, like what that shady Bodavisa chicken guy tried with his rival. Oh, it was Bodavisa chicken, not Karma Sutra chicken. Yeah, that probably makes more sense. I wouldn't do such a thing. I'm not the kind of person to cram down food that I know I can't digest. I'm assuming you'd have someone else do it. It has to be a common practice for someone like you to send capable underlings to do the fighting for you, and yet you insist on being on the front. Are you hungry for a medal? I think he has plenty of those. The only thing I can see is he gets something out of this that he doesn't want other people to deal with. And Samjo would probably tell him not to do something stupid. And Matt Herbert, why do they make bleeding robots? Probably so they could say, what the fuck is going on later for us? Just throwing it out there. No, it's that I left a number of things I couldn't take with me in time. A plaque you mentioned earlier. Like the photo commemorating my third consecutive year of winning the Excellence Award, the plaque of appreciation from K Corp, the photo taken to celebrate my lab's expansion. And what else was there, Samjo? Classified documents concerning the research, sir. I have a feeling that a lot is going on here. So it's more that you want to gain back the medals you had. I don't believe that. Unless there's a lot more things literally attached to the medals. Oh, right, that too. You really did just barely manage to escape there, huh? I guarantee you, that nerd Dong Rang has never swung his fist in his life. He's too carefree. At least some fixers like you. At least bring some fixers like me. I'm assuming she means like me as in bringing fixers and not like me as in she's actually a fixer, because I thought she works at K Corp. Is your department going as well, Miss Shrene? I also have no idea if I'm pronouncing your name right. I don't see how you can benefit from the success of this operation. Oh, I think she's there to watch him fail and also maybe to make sure he fails. 3 of my coworkers died in their last attack. I've lost too much to care about interests and benefits. Oh yeah, she's definitely dead. She is definitely going to die. There is no doubt about it. Miss Shrene. In that case, will I be correct to assume that the payment for the fixers will be handled by your department? You just can't stop being such an irritating bunch. The Botany Corp branch we must reclaim isn't too far from here. Let's head there together. I was hoping I could get a ride on your bus. What a shame. Yeah, just take a walk through the back door. Take a left, take a left, take a left, and take another left. And then jump sideways through a corridor and see what happens. I'm sure we'll find you whenever you become an old man stuck in a time loop. I'll secure you an opportunity next time. Let's get moving for now. Huh? Who do you think you are to decide that? The guy paying us, maybe? The mission felt particularly tumultuous. And then, you see, I bet the chips in the clear like this. All in. I'm gonna stop hearing it. It's giving me nausea because they were all there for the last second Canto. There's nothing like handshake poker at J Corp casinos. Those people who sit at the slot machines all day long, they're all morons. Wait, you mean there's something up with the machines? This is something I haven't told anyone else, you see. Hold on, you gotta explain in more detail. Things are lively this time around. And Heathcliff is looking for how to win money at the casinos. God.
Mom, too.
DLI. Don't like it? She says she doesn't like... Hey, I actually got it right! Whispered Sinclair. Also, Sinclair is the Ryushu speaker, or the translator. I whispered back to him saying, I know. Oh, it's already 8:30, shit. I mean, we're going to keep going, but when it hits 9 o'clock, I'll have to start wrapping it up. Ooh. In Sin System, there's a novel called Leviathan that follows Virgilus and tells what the backdoor is and shows how Limbus Company recruited him. Oh. Oh! I think I've heard of Leviathan. I thought it was a visual novel, though, not a actual novel. Huh. Or like a manga. Mawa? He's it's Korean? I should know. Age of Humanity. I'm sure this is fine. No, and it would also be... This probably will be ambitious. It's the last of my usable Ink of Fallen. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, this seems fine. Also, did I have a Heathcliff? I call it Sinner and Corp She. Nope, I do not have a Kurokumu Heathcliff. Actually, I do wonder. 671? Yeah, not nearly enough to get another roll. That's disappointing. Oh, and according to Matt Hermit, it's fully illustrated and costly. Oh. But it has a web novel. Oh. Oh, so it was a web novel, but the art person stopped drawing, so it became a novel. Oh. So now it's a manga that becomes a light novel. Hey, whatever works. They could always just do what the One Punch Man guy did. Hire an incredibly talented artist to do it, whose style is admittedly bullshit. The guy from iShield, I think. Although there's a charm to the One's art in One Piece, so... Yeah. Wait. Ah! I see why the drones bleed. Their brains in a jar. The tentacles. The group remained consistently noisy until the moment we arrived. Only a tranquility can our bloom in its full grace. There's always going to be a snobby jerk on any team. Oh, she's talking about Ryushu. Oh. Okay. Well then. I must agree. I can't tell if they're here to handle a request or hang out. They loosen up too easily. Are they talking about our team or this guy? If there's one fortunate thing, it's that we won't encounter any abnormalities here. Why does this person keep talking to me? To tell you the truth, the first encounter with abnormalities was a series of shocking revelations. It was hybrid, so to speak. I wouldn't be able to conceive such a concept as developing a new source of energy from the human subconscious. Hybrid? Is he talking the abnormal? Oh. Was the abnormality a hybrid of a human and an abnormality? And he also knows it's from the subconscious the energy comes from, which is the plot of the Lobotomy Corporation, but... So there is also the issue of... I was going to say, do we have any instances of a abnormality absorbing a human? And then I remembered Apple. Yeah. I'm sure this won't be a problem. I believe that the so widespread and standard. What was it again? Right, the age of humanity is coming to an end. Now is the age of superior minds. Not too many have realized this with their hearts yet. What's an age of humanity? You have no idea how glad I was to have you on board. Some one-sided conversation that was. Much worse than the ones I have with Virgilus. Oh god, Virgilus is the better conversationalist. Huh. Was it even a conversation if one of us never communicated their thoughts to the other? A bad one. Shh. I hear some movement. I think you're the only one here who has to keep his mouth shut. Oh my god. And we've reached snarky Dante. I think I found the robot's weakness. Making him bleed. Why is the robot bleeding? Because you're hitting it hard enough that it starts developing blood through sheer manifestation of ow. Does it have feeling before? No, but we installed it so it could. Aw, Dawn failed the roll. She failed 2 of the rolls. Oof. I do like how, even though the Blood Fiends are mostly blood-based, they do have a good rupture sub-theme. It actually gives them a lot of progress there. Oh, I forgot to block. Oops. Alright, alright, alright. I'll do it right this time. There we go. Honestly, when they have everyone fighting at the same time, it's kind of absurd. Let's see, what effects does she have? Haste! Speed plus 5. Strider. Gain 5 haste next turn. Reduce 1 at the end of the turn. It should work. That's a lot of not dying. I'm a fan of it. Oh, it's in the system. You can't wait for me to find out more about the sweepers. It will be fun. I don't even remember who the sweepers are. I'm assuming it'll be interesting, though. An acrobatic count. Dante acknowledges, or Virgil acknowledges Dante's personhood, to be fair. Yeah. Which is honestly something I'm surprised anyone does. Honestly, the fact that the Sinners actually acknowledge Dante as their manager is still surprising. Oh, it's already over. I think this guy just likes having a conversation partner who won't be able to talk back to him at all. I get the feeling he likes monologuing, but being able to monologue with another person who's actually hearing you, but in any way capable of responding, I almost assume this guy has someone tied up in his basement who's gagged so that he can just talk to them, at them. Seems like the kind of thing that happened. Relax, I brought plenty of regeneration ampules so those murder machines can rampage all they want. I missed the first part. Oops. I see you terrorist here. An ominous buzz from the stop machines. Note to machine. Alright, all. You hear me? It actually has a... It actually... I got pretty mad thinking you might have thought we ran off, so I'm sending you a message verbally. They literally have a speaker inside of the freaking machine that they had it covered. I don't... I'm about to tell you something real important, so listen up. A pause to arouse tension. Good. Are they making the static noise with their mouth? I think they were actually making the static noise with their mouth. Oh my god, they're so freaking chuny. It's that you are underground. A bunch of worthless worms. Hey, that's a horrible thing to say about Sinclair. He did something good once. Yeah, that's right. You just worms. Give me a break. I was all ears to this load of nonsense. It's Castle 3 and Arknight's reference? Really? Oh, I actually forgot about that. Actually forgot all about the robots. Gregor approached the speaker with a grumble, scratching the back of his head. Wait, Gregor! After playing the voice, the machine suddenly starts to heat up and inflate.
기계의 온도가
The machine is heating
이전상으로
to a
상승하며
natural degree, its
부품이
components
상승하고
expanding.
어머,
Oh my,
그러네요.
it really is.
전형적인
That's the
압력
telltale
폭발의
sign of an imminent
전조
explosion.
맞아요.
Indeed,
그렇다는
and that
말은?
means they're all... Oh god, we have the three nerds just talking about the explosion happening in front of them. Wait a moment, get away from that damn machine! Heathcliff kicked Gregor away from the machine. They must have used what little time they had to place traps like this. Their dedication is admirable. I'm raring to see the mastermind behind
설계자
this.
얼굴을 꼭 보고 싶을 정도예요.
All researchers like that? This really doesn't feel like the time for admirations.
숙명이죠.
Such is our fate. Anything about Faust talking about fate? Oh dear God.
오랜 목마름도 어버이를 향한 죄책감도
I was told that the
피를
previous
마시는
L
순간에는
Corp
생각나지 않을
might have made energy by dealing with
것
demons or
없이
devils.
마음껏 마셔. 그게
I'm wondering if our current Limbus company is just the survivors from the original L Corp. I don't actually know because I don't really know much about it. I've only heard rumors, so I could be completely off base here. Also, Ackerman account mentioned, good man, that Heathcliff, rough around the edges, but a good one. Honestly, he's probably the most sane person. Followed by Ryushu. I keep saying Ryushu's sane because she seems like the level of fucked up that is perfectly acceptable to live in this city, understand exactly what you're looking at, and get along fine with it. I'm not saying in a normal way she'd be sane, but for the city level of sane, she's perfectly survivable. As long as you're not, you know, in her general vicinity. Alright, I think I have time for one last chapter, but then I will probably need to call it a night, unfortunately. On the other hand... Oh. So we started up here, we did the outside, we did the insides. Oh, this goes higher. So the bull raging on the outside, into the labs, going through the building. I wonder if there's different sides that it's unlocked. The labs, the break-in, everything. I love how you're actually able to see the story just through this. Yeah, we can't get all of the map unlocked. So now we're going down into the old... Oh, and we see a bit more of a tunnel underneath it. Ah, dude. On Sin Systems, you mentioned the previous L Corp produced a lot of smoke, acrid black smoke, and that's why the other wings helped Ian win the smoke wars. Ah. Technology Liberation Alliance. Also, I'm going to be relying on you guys. If you know a good time I should probably stop, let me know because I will keep going until it's way too late. It's a problem. Oh, and Griffles. I'm not heading out just yet. I do want to do at least one last one, but then I will have to stop. Or Insufficient that could Fallen. Ah. Well. I guess that's where we're ending it tonight because I'm out of Enkafallen. I do have the recharge modules, but honestly, I'm kind of hoarding those in case I need them. And RN, Otis, at least based on her G Corp ID, was part of the Smoke Wars. Oh, I was unaware of that. How old is she anyways? Let's see. And according to Necro, now is a good stopping point. Yeah, because if something super exciting happens in the next part, I would have to stop. And do I have Enkafallen boxes? Oh yeah, I actually have quite a few of them. I don't use them that often, if ever. So I have a lot stored up. I think that's probably the best time though, just because it's almost 9 o'clock and I wanted to do a big stream last Saturday, but it's funny how surprise 3-hour naps make it not possible. Unfortunately, I also don't have any paid stuff because I get the stuff in the mail. Yeah, I did splurge on that. So it just slowly fills up. See what happens. Said we're so freaking close. And according to Momo's Bread, we don't know Otis's age. I mean, what are the chances that they went on a long mission to try and get back home after the smoke wars or whatever happened there, and they just didn't make it home in time? I mean, can you imagine if Otis was based on someone who was lost at sea or something? I don't even know what the hell that is, man. That'd be so weird. Yi song is so close to getting the Ringy song. The problem is, I'm not sure if I want to do that because I'm not sure if a new character version of him will come out. It's like, ooh, I need this, but then I won't have any shards for him. I don't know. Also, according to, let's see. Actually, wow, it's moving pretty fast. According to Hi Hello, in the timeline, it was 3 to 4 years before the start of Limbus. Oh, wait. Limbus had been around for 3 to 4 years prior. For some reason, I always thought they started up and immediately the game started with that 40-some day cycle. Huh. And now R's just asking if someone's waiting for Otis to return. I would not be surprised. Oh, God. Yeah, this one's completely locked, but... Ooh. How many... yeah, I need another 300 for him. Yeah. Might be a while. I should probably knock these out while I'm at it. I'll just get these done tonight before I forget anything.
이만 가죠. 히스클리프, 이 너저분한 것들은 치우고
Here
돌아오세요.
we go.
퍼레이드는 문제 없었지.
Nice.
몇몇 복장 불량이 보이는 걸.
Get a little more thread, a little more
내
level up
위생이
material.
그런 식으로 보여지는.
I should be able to finish this off. Yeah, I know I should end the stream, but I just don't want to. Oh, I got a seasonal done. Which one was that? Past level 50. Put me up to 51. Hey, look at all those. Someone in the chat said they were like 130 already. Oh, I just realized half his face is burned off here. Oh, what the hell is up with this art when it finally comes out, man? I don't know. That's kind of terrifying. What is the next big item to drop? Nothing too... Wait, what's that? Season 6 uptie of... Oh, only shard, universal. Used to uptie enemies for all... Ooh, nice. There are a lot of things I need to get to still. I'm basically going to have to end this one right here because as much as I really want to no-life this for the rest of the night, I know that I can't. Or more specifically, I really shouldn't again. Either way, thanks for watching, everyone. I don't think I'll have another chance to do it anytime soon, as much as I would really love to. I might get one stealth stream in Thursday night, but I'm mostly just getting ready right now for an upcoming convention. Because this weekend, I'm going to the Comic-Con in Chantilly, Virginia to sell models. I got a whole bunch I'm bringing, including a bunch I've painted as well. Yes, this is a dwarf. It is an angry dwarf with double axes. And I might have been channeling the Scottish when I did that. So I'll be bringing a bunch of these guys, along with a metric shit ton of these. Just one question before I head off. Do you guys like them unpainted, where they just look gray because they're straight out of the vat? Or do you like them primed and kind of given a little texture? I've been doing a bit of both, trying to see which one I like better. I'm not entirely sure yet. They're both distinct, and honestly, they're both fun to do. We'll see what happens. Either way, if you know, you know. And if you let me know in the comments, I'll check it out. But on that note, it's almost 9 o'clock, and I do need to honestly get ready for bed. I'll see you guys at the end of the night. Wait, it's already the end of the night. Hey, I saw you guys at the end of the night. I was talking on my ass. For once I was correct. You can see I'm getting rather loopy because of lack of caffeine. Normally I would fix this with a coffee, but then runs into the entire needing to get up later problem. It is always the issue. Okay, I'm getting too loopy. I'm going to cut this one here. I'll see you guys later. Adios.